slim. His former classmates telling CNN this guy was hardly the loner everybody's describing now in Colorado, but they do admit he was one of the smartest kids in the class.
He excelled in academics. He was top of the class. And even back then, he was ahead of every student academically, and his intelligence, you could tell it was ahead of every student at that time. He was pretty normal. He wasn't a loner, as like I've heard him depicted later, but I mean, yeah, he was always with kids. He got along well with everybody.
I couldn't really, aside from this, I couldn't think of him doing anything like that.
So when you did hear the news about this, what went through your mind?
I was totally shocked the first thing. I heard the name first, and I was like, there's no way it could be the same guy. That guy wouldn't do something like this. He was one of those people you think about after high school, like, you know, he'll probably be all right. He seems like he's got what he needs to, you know, make it through life and do well. But I don't know what happened.
Sumit Shah, a lot of people are trying, obviously, to get to the bottom of that, just like you are. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
On the other hand, there is a teenage neighbor who has known him his entire life. He says he's happy with someone who was nice, and he thinks that James Holmes was set up.
I'm pissed. That's it. I'm at. You know, I don't feel like he did it. You know, I felt like it was a scam or something, but, you know, it's just overwhelming.
Anthony Mai also tells me he has a hunch the suspect, James Holmes, was bullied.
I felt like, this is just a feeling in my guts, but I felt like he had something, like he was being picked on or something, but that's just my idea, that's it.
Thanks, Claire. All right, our next speaker is James Holmes. He has, what school did you graduate from?
Westview High School?
He just graduated from Westview High School and will be attending the University of California, Riverside. He will be majoring in neuroscience. His goals are to become a researcher and to make scientific discoveries. It's a good start. In personal life, he enjoys playing soccer and strategy games, and his dream is to own a Slurpee machine. These kids have been fun to work with this summer.
Test, test.
He won't let you show unless you can hear.
Really? Oh, okay. Well, the lab I work in is the Computational Neurobiology Lab, or CNL for short. CNL is very computer-oriented. Basically, everybody who works in CNL does programming of some sort. One division of the lab, called M-Cell, does mathematical models of the cell, such as that picture there. There's also computer simulations of hippocampal functions and neural network firings. And the knowledge that's gained is then made available to the public and the scientific community through the web. My mentor, John Jacobson, who works in CNL, is a philosophical type of guy. He's interested in how we perceive reality, specifically grapheme perception. And graphemes are basically just letters of the alphabet. And he wants to know how graphemes are mediated in spatial frequency channels. He also studies subjective experience, which is what takes place inside the mind as opposed to the external world. I've carried on his work in dealing with subjective experience. I've done it through Flash programming. Flash is set up to make movies. There's a timeline, which is on the top there. And within the timeline, there are layers, and layers give the movie order and structure. And within the layers, there are frames, and text, images, and code can be placed in the frames to make the movie do things. And my main task was to write code. And I was writing code to show how our perception of causality can be tricked. And a major way humans learn is through action and effect relationships. And to simulate this on a computer, we have a key press as an action, and effect is the appearance of an image. And actions and effects have logical progressions through time. That is, effects proceed or seem simultaneous with the actions that cause them, unless we have a temporal order judgment reversal, which I just call the illusion. And in the illusion, the effect seems to precede the action that it causes. So subjectively, you're causing events to happen in the past. And to implement this illusion, we insert a series of gradual delays in between the actions and the effects. So we'd have a key press, and then a 10 millisecond delay, and then an image appearing, and then a key press, and then 20 millisecond, and then an image appears. And we keep doing this over and over again. And it would increase up to around 200 milliseconds. And we do this gradual delay incrementations to adapt the person to modify their perception of time. And then after we modify their perception of time, we completely remove the delay, and this causes the time illusion. And potential applications for this illusion are in reducing car accidents. And it might be possible to increase the reaction times of drivers. Also, another application is in the entertainment industry, like video games. And my mentor came up with the video game one, not me. So gamers might feel like they have a superpower, and that might let them have more fun. So lastly, I'd like to thank John, CNL, Sloan Center, Homesteaders, and family. If they want to give me an allowance bonus, that's good too. Any questions? Nope. Oh, you're spinning. Oh,